Community colleges need to buck up, okay? Especially Lambton College. So, Lambton College, Judy Morrison, that prior president, you know her. I knew her from when I used to be a member of Rotary Club. I knew Mr. Bradley, when he used to come over there to where he came for when he was running for mayor. He came and gave a speech along with Mr. Carpentini. Carpentino. We gotta get it right, sir. So they've all got together and are raping the system. So that's the reason why I have to, leave my cushy, anonymous existence and come and run for MP of Sanya Lambton, is because this has become that's what happens. This is like Mogambi style politics. Politics where, that's why they have a limit on the number of terms, my friend, in democracy. They have a limited number of terms and a limited of years, maximum two things, and then you're out, my friend. That is the kind of rule. But this one, we have people in power for 17 years, 10 years, 20 years. Same with the judicial system. And when people are, this is called Mogambi style politics. This is Mogambi style dictatorship. All sugar-coated with maple syrup, sir. We drizzle a whole bunch of maple syrup and they won't know the pancakes are burnt beyond consumption and have been hollowed out by us. Just pour some more pancake syrup and say, hey, look at that syrup. Our Jimmy's syrup is right around all the place. Ain't you lucky? And now, no. Also, you think I'm ordinary? No. I have had Lambton College co-op students. Okay, I've done more than 10 co-ops. Right? I'm like software, my friend. I am beyond your wildest dreams. So that is why I suggest you run against a man who has, you vote for me. And I know exactly that they were it was not really experienced, because what they know and what they have been taught in college and all is like crapshoot. It has nothing. They can't even has nothing to do with the current state of technology or the use of technology in the industry. Unless, of course, you're sucking Microsoft's money that you have to pay for everything. You have to pay for everything, and as well as exploitation. And you are the product. Bill Gates, with Bill Gates, he has bought up your data. He owns Hotmail, he owns MSN, he owns LinkedIn. So he knows. That's why he got the contract with Pentagon. Why? It's because he knows everything about everybody. All he needs is one little piece, tag of you. So he knows your last name, first name, especially if you're using Windows on your machines. All your machines know everything. It's all connected. We know everything you've done, did, or do, or intend to do, or will do for the next 50 years. That kind of business, that kind of world, software has become exploitive, which is, again, that's another reason why I'm running for Prime Minister, for MP. Yeah, we're going to be Prime Minister. This thing is going to be rapidly scaled up, my friend. I'm going to scale this with technology, You hardly know what's the juggernaut of this political campaign is going to be. Ted and Mr. Paulie Forever. Yeah, that is your name, sir. Paulie Forever. The Conservative Party leader, Mr. Paulie Forever. How can you don't stand a chance, my friend. And same with the Green Party and all, but you have big talk, no do. And NDP, all of y'all need to quit NDP and join up in the Turquoise Party of Canada. Yeah, we're looking for 310. We're looking for 310 fine individuals in this country, Canada, to represent this political party, the Turquoise Party, the Planet Earth Turquoise Party of Canada, in 308 ridings. And so if you think you have the bold, the brain, the valor, the purpose, the understanding, the mastering, put on your video, okay? Put on your create a video, put it on YouTube, create a video, put it on your LinkedIn page, and write up something like, why would you, why? Like, why would somebody vote for you instead of your local MP, the one who's been hogging the limelight for so long? Like, why? Especially for me, you don't have to vote for me because you like me. I would suggest you vote for me because you like yourself. Because don't you want to rule? That is I'm going to create a platform called You Rule. Okay, so in the You Rule, we'll have 308 ridings and a slot for everyone who rides. So if you think you can do good, you put up your video stream. We have like stream and a stream and a stream and a stream and a video and a few 100 million, 500 and something terabytes of images. If that was going to take it, what is going to take you to get you kind of in the program? So it's called the You Rule. So it's going to be like, we're going to take this money out of, to get into a campaign, political campaign, you need three things. You need money, you need mojo, and you need the media. So we're going to change that. We're going to take the money out of it because we're going to create a platform. And the media, this is the media, sir. The press and CBC and all do not lack credibility because they are being bankrolled by anonymous bootlegging the Seagram sisters, and all of them are running private agenda. You look at all those informations and all they write is all tainted. You've been swayed by CBC. In the beginning, I used to love CBC and all that, but now I don't, except maybe some of the program. One of the program about the community colleges. Coming back to the community colleges, sir. The community colleges are out of line, and they're out of order, and they are plain exploitational, and they are plain sociopathic, and they're commupathic. That is community party, expression of community party by these community colleges. It is like just a money rolling scheme. Yeah, most of the dedication is only for what? For recruitment, crap shooting you. When you get this, they get that, and all those things. But then when you finish, you get jacked, man. I pretty much know many people who've done the journeyman program that were pretty griped about it for a long, long time. I don't know, maybe like somebody happened or the thing was there, they finally got a job in the freaking plants or something. But that's, again, it's one in like, what is the success rate? So, to end this speech, I'm not going to make it too long. International fees will be equal to domestic fees. That should fix all your gluttony and greed. Second is, domestic fees needs to be zero. And third is, there has to be a direct connect between the industry and the education and the curriculum taught. Because you should be producing stuff, When you do welding too, for example, suppose you're doing welding, like you need to be started by the industry saying, oh, we need like 555 million pipes welded together and certified X-ray. So you say, okay, so how about we go and train like 555 welders, and you start welding from day one. It's like, oh, they was like very, very awful welded. They get here, so it'll be like, it has to be like applied education. Because now there's no applied, it's like guesstimation and, playing games and like, what is this? Education has become like it's like a business. Even with the universities too. Education, listen, universities, don't get your hundies tied up in like a thing. Oh, he's pulling the carpet out of our feet, man. No. I think we got to get like more funding in the sense like, I have like big projects, enterprise level projects, like building like so if remember we're running for smart democracy, the creation of smart democracy. So the smart democracy involves enterprise, using the power of enterprise software in creating like smart political processes. So we can smartify our legislation process. Now that's like that's like $1 billion contract or like zillions of dollars, because first of all you have to make it, you have to plan it out, you have to design it, and then you have to create it, and then you have to maintain it, and then you have to keep on keeping it going reliable. Okay, so that's a whole load of money. So enterprise, that's why you need to run against me or vote for me, because enterprise is like big money. It's like mad money. It's like 500 million or it's 3 billion kind of projects. It's because what you're doing is you're integrating the whole enterprise, not your tilly bitty little hospital. I'm talking about the whole of Alberta Health. I'm talking about the whole of BC Hydro. I'm talking about integrating the whole planet. And so it's likewise integration of the political system, where we have like a legislation system that we're going to integrate. So now, how do we usually do it? We give it out to like little corporates like Cap Gemini or Arthur Anderson or Deloitte and Touche or some of the or we give it away to India, or mostly to India. We give it away to India. Actually, all that money goes to India. So and instead, we will create those applications in our university, right? In the University of Windsor, Alberta, our universities. So there's like billions and billions and billions of bucks where you will be making this thing. And then as you graduate, you can continue working with the project if you like, and you can be like maintaining it and troubleshooting. Let me tell you this. Enterprise problems, they're always like something is wrong. Like one thing is not come, this data hasn't come, this so and so this one fails. So one process fails and one thing goes down. It's like a big thing. It ain't like one small app of yours, like a little camera app. It's like a whole lot of orchestration. It's called orchestration, where you have to like a symphony orchestration. Like if the trumpet fails, you know there's something wrong, baby. You got to go to work immediately and like, whippy, the trumpet man. So there's a lot of money there. And then same with the judicial system. We got to like upgrade the judicial system. So this judicial information technology. Now again, we need to create an enterprise system. Now why enterprise? Recently the Superior Court of Justice is trying to like impress me. We have like case lines. Did you know we already onto that onlineification or whatever you call it, my friend? Oh, let's check out our case lines. Welcome to case lines. Yeah, my case line, my ass. Your case lines and all. I think all this the software has already been used somewhere in the US, and all I read about it like 5 years ago. So we're going to create our own system. We're not going to like buy some private system. We're not, because again, it's all we need. All this needs to be owned by the community. This needs to be owned by Canadians. So we will create our own freaking system, and it will be created by the universities, where the students will learn the whole process. We will use open source. Yeah, so you learn your software and you learn about law and you learn about everything and all the processes work and how to maintain them. And why are we using our own enterprise software? Because we bring the power of the enterprise to it. So that means we will have like reminders, we'll have like auditing abilities, we'll have like work processes where you can see, and everything has to be on a timer and where it has to move in certain way. And if it's taking too long and stuck, it creates an alert, and all that alert goes to several other domains, and they check on it, and then we move it forward. And then also sometimes the legal system is very proactive. You have to be on the ball. You have to like keep on, be sucking on it, like being the court. So if you don't ask for it, you don't get it. The legal system failed. It maybe served you so long, so good, but you got to just say bye-bye. The ball, like I told you, the point of return has been crossed several times. So just say bye-bye. Capiche? because we're going to have smart judiciary. We create so that we can have like planetary instant justice, fast justice, speedy justice. Now it's like depends on the whims of people. Then they're on their calendar of certain entities, while our children have been made into destitute. If the Superior Court of Justice takes 16 years to come up with a family law final order, a final order kind of thing, then there's something really wrong with your process. And now it's epidemic. There's so many things that you can't do it anymore. The law has failed. That's why there's so many breaches in the law. When there's so many breaches in the law, is because the law has failed. And also, we're going to be Community College, Lambton College. Thank you for your kind communications. Okay? Thank you very much. So let me tell you this, sir. You will refund all the international students' fees that you've collected so far. Also, you will immediately make international fees equal to domestic fees. And also, you will make domestic tuitions zero from 2024. And you will work closely with the industry so that industry is going to make the contracts. Or the industry and education is going to be all one wrapped up into one thing. You get it? Because there's going to be new legislation. Because you've gone out of order. I wonder what Humber College is doing. I used to live opposite Humber College, I used to see all the motorcycle. They even teach you how to drive a motorcycle. So you're going to come from India to Canada to study how to drive a motorcycle. That's like an oxymoron, because your children, they learn to drive a motorcycle when they're 14 years old in India. It's motorcycles everywhere. First you're on a cycle and then you're a motorcycle. I love motorcycles. Okay, so I hope you're happy, Community College, because you need to stop being your sociopathic ways. This is total, international students have a real hard time. How do they live? They live in little office cubicles. Really? Little office cubicles, my friend. In your office you have those dividers. Those dividers are used to make a freaking room into nine divisions, and 9 people live in one of those things. Yeah? So you have 7 in the basement, you have 9 on the main floor, and then you have 10 on the thing on top. And facilities are thing, they run down, and it's very hard, and they're not getting there's a thing about a girl, international student. She has to travel to get a job. She has to travel 2 hours. One way, 2 hours one way, to work for 8 hours. So what kind of thing is that now? But she has to do it, by the way, she has no alternative from income. And also there's been a lot of exploitation, and they're falling through cracks too. People need to investigate this. They mentioned that this Lotus Crematory is really getting 3 or 4 international students. That's quite a lot. That's almost like the overdose crisis. And these community colleges are not really accountable. Again, Justin Trudeau has given them the green flag. Justin Trudeau and his immigration policy and his thing is it's all free fall. This country is in free fall. There's no accountability at all. We don't have accountability of judges. You can be a corrupt judge, truthfully speaking. Okay, I'm not saying that anybody is corrupt, because of course you are corrupt. But I'm telling you, if you're a corrupt judge, if you're a bad judge, you can't do jack to a bad judge. Anyhow, you can't do jack to a bad judge, because you know the 100 ways of getting out. You know the 100 ways of you exploiting the law to get you. So even the local MP, I've spoken to her. She's I like a little while, okay? She's trying her best. She's a professional engineer. She's trying her best, but the system is like a crapshoot. You think the running for politics is easy? It's kind of hard, because You have to try to attract flies with honey and sweet talk your way through. You can't be like me. I'm really not really into you voting for me because you like me. Like, why would you vote for me because you like me, my friend? You vote for me because you like yourself. I don't need your likes and you think I don't have a Facebook account for you to like press the like button, like my ass, you do your likes. Vote for me because you like yourself.